And when did you start dyeing your hair?
About 24 years ago. I was in Czech Republic just after the Iron Curtain came down for that country. I was working on glass designs, and they still didn't have hotels open because there wasn't a tourist industry before that, and they still had a curfew. So at 6 o'clock in the evening, my colleague and I ended up in our room. It was like a dormitory, and just looking at each other with nothing to do. And so my hair was long and red at that time, and my traveling companion, the woman that was working with me on the glass design, said, "Victoria, I liked your hair when it was bobbed when I first came to work for you." And I said, "Oh, well, I have some curved nail scissors, you know, the little curved ones." And I said, "Why don't you cut my hair for entertainment tonight?" So I sat on the toilet seat and she cut my hair, and we giggled all night. And then the next couple of days, my next stop was Paris, and I went to my favorite salon de thé, and I was working on my computer, my little Sony Vaio at the time. I wasn't an Apple person yet. And I thought, oh, I was getting hungry, so I started looking around the room by about noon, and I noticed that every lady in the room had bobbed red hair. And I thought, oh dear, this is not for me. So my next stop was New York, and I went to a hairdresser, and oh, my favorite comedian was Stephen Wright, and he had a joke that I loved about his girlfriend. He talked about how beautiful his girlfriend was. She was tall and slender, had long, beautiful legs, and big blue eyes, and long plaid hair.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, I would like to have plaid hair. So I had a plaid scarf on, and I went to a hairdresser and said, "Could you make my hair like this?" And they made a mess of my hair. It was just awful. And so then I went and I bought some vegetable dye hair colors. And I went back upstate where we were living at the time, and went to my cousin and said, "Could you try to dye my hair like this?" And I showed her what I had in mind, and she did. And then I found it made so many people happy. I thought, uh-oh, this is my job. I have to keep it this way. So it's been this way ever since, and it's such an easy way to keep my hair, actually. It's only 3 or 4 times a year that I do it, and my husband does it for me now.
Wonderful.
So.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.